Hey everyone, it's Emilee from Sweet Fox Fibers, and I'm so excited to kick off a new series of episodes where I sort through all of my current plushie inventory by habitat. I have this idea of how I can really make my display pop, and I want to share with you guys while I develop and create this idea. In each episode, I'll focus on different habitats, the plushies that I've already created for each one and how I've sorted it, and then also the patterns that I want to create or want to look into to kind of fill in the extra space. So the first habitat we're going to start with is Forest Friends, and I can't wait to show you all the different cute woodland creatures and things that you would find in the Pacific Northwest, like we live right here. So we're going to jump into the Forest Friends habitat for woodland creatures. I'm going to share with you the patterns, the makers of the patterns, and the price that I plan to sell it at, or prices that I've sold it at past markets. The goal is to not only figure out what I want to add for my next event, but also think about restocking some of my favorites so that I have it ready to go. My next event is in May, so I have a little bit of time to really explore this new idea of mine. So the first thing I have to share are these cute mushroom poppets, because when I think of the woods, I think of mushrooms. And these, of course, are the popular ones by Cable and Canvas. So they pop up and down. They are an awesome conversation starter, because I can be like, hey, did you guys know that these pop up and down? You should try it yourself. So that's always fun. I like to do these pastel colors because I think they're really great. They're by Parfait Chunky, but my favorite colorway, and I think the favorite seller, because I don't have that many of them left, are these ones that are red capped with the little, kind of like the poison mushrooms. These are very popular of a color. Another way I like to use them is the Parfait Chunky Pom-Pom. I sold out of those, but the Pom-Pom has like little confettis in it, and those ones I don't have to kind of crochet the little spots on them, so that kind of takes out an extra step. So I like using the Parfait Chunky Pom-Pom yarn as well. They're really quick to make. I only sell them for $8 a piece. I think I tried selling them at like a higher price point at 10, but 8 is great for me because I really like making them. They're super, super quick. I like to make the caps all at once in bulk, and then I just finish the rest with this kind of cream color. I like it better than the white. I don't know, I think the contrast is better with the cream. So yeah, these are really cute. This is such a great stash buster project because just the cap alone isn't that much yarn. So yeah, $8 a piece, Cable and Canvas. So the next one that I think of woodland are these little bees, and I've talked about these before in a previous video, but I use the 1 cent crochet. I think they have a free tutorial, but I just purchased the pattern to support the seller or the maker. I already have 10 of these completed, but as I said in that, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but all my chickens are wanting me to feed them treats, and they're right behind me, so hopefully they don't bother you. But yes, this is not a green screen. This is my backyard, or this is my yard. So we're really fortunate, and I love to be outside as much as I can. So this is kind of a nice way of filming outside, and it just stopped raining not too long ago. So let's hope. I think we're pretty in the clear for not getting rained on. So I have 10 of these. As I said before, I really want to look for a more realistic bee in the future. So yeah, I sell these guys also for $8. So I'm kind of going by price. So these are another like little make that I'll have in my forest habitat section. So these are the cute jumping spiders by Crochet by Nicole, I believe, or Handmade by Nicole. And I sell these guys for $10 a piece. I know that spiders can be kind of divisive, but I think these guys are like really cute and little, and no one's been like totally terrified to come to my booth because I have little spiders. Actually, what's interesting about these guys is when I've had 1 to 3 spiders out on the table, they get snatched up right away. But then the last market, when I brought like 10 of them and placed them in a bin, no one even picked one up to purchase one. So I thought that was interesting, and I'm going to consider that when I set up my next table booth. But yeah, these are really fun. I also like using these as a stash buster. I make these out of Bernat blanket. There's a little bit of sewing because you have to sew on the bum, but other than that, they're really nice, easy make. So for the spiders, the jumping spiders, I feel like they always remind me when there's like a whole bunch of them of, was it Aragon? It's been a while. From Harry Potter, like in the forest where they're all like skittering around all over the floor, and yeah, like Hagrid's like pet spider. That's what it reminds me. I'm not a spider fan. Putting the eyes in kind of creeps me out a little bit, but yeah, that's why I put it in the woodland section, because I was thinking of Harry Potter and all the spiders that are, you know what, let's stop talking about it. We're just gonna move on. So the next one I don't actually have with me because I sold out of all of them, but they are my Possum. There's a lot of Possum patterns out there on the market. My favorite one, which I don't think a lot of people talk about, is by cubi crochet. It's just a little bit more realistic. So it's not that kind of chunky, chubby possum. I'll put a picture of one that I had, and I'll also put a picture you'll see of the pattern itself so you can see, but it has a more pointed nose and the ears are just like, I don't know, it's just so cute. There's a lot more color changes though, so I do price them a little bit higher than I would if I was not doing feet color changes. And I do parfait chunky with it. I love the pattern because of the little color change on the feet. I think that's a really cute detail that makes it more specific to a possum. And my favorite way to display him is kind of like upside down. Like I'll put some right side up and then a couple upside down. And I just pretend like they're playing dead. It's like, oh, you found one playing dead. So everyone gets a kick out of that. And that's a fun way to kind of showcase them. I've never gone to the point where I'm putting like little X's on it just because that doesn't really match my style, but I always thought that would be a cute idea. So if that's something that might be more for your business, like I think it'd be really cute to have some that have like little X's as if it is playing dead or, you know, being a possum. I saw these guys for $15 because they do take a little longer, but there's a lot of possum patterns out there and I know everyone has their favorite. So if you have a favorite, feel free to share in the comments down below. Next, this is Wilder the fox. I showed him in my What I Crocheted in a Week. I definitely need a fox in my woodland creatures or my forest friends habitat. He's a little bit more whimsical of a fox than a realistic looking fox, but I think it's good to have a little bit of both. So these little leggy guys, I really enjoyed making him. I can't wait to make a bunch more. Right now, my price point, I'm thinking it keeps going up and down just because I've not tested him at a market, but right now I'm kind of on like the $26 range. He's by Oak and Marlow, and he also has in addition to his pattern where you can do like fairy wings and a mushroom, which that would look so cute in like the woodland scene. So yeah, he also has other buddies that I'm considering, but I'll talk about that more in my patterns I want to try. So another pattern I've already mentioned in a previous video, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it is, hi Gingy. This is my Ginger. So this is a pattern I've already mentioned in a previous video, but he is the Bigfoot, and he's part of a set of a Bigfoot and a Yeti by Pocketful of Posies. So I've sold his cousin, the Yeti, twice now at a market, but I have not tried him, which is interesting because this is the Pacific Northwest, which is Sasquatch country. So I really think that he's gonna do well, and he fits perfectly with the theme. And when you guys told me in the video you liked his little tuft version or his cone head versus then his flat. So definitely we'll make more of the tuft from now on. So thank you for your feedback. Right now I'm thinking of pricing him at $32 as well. That can change based on supply and demand. So as of now, my thought process is $32. Another pattern that I've had already are these eagles by the Cozy Stitch. They have not gotten any attention. I don't know why, because I think they're really cute. And also too, there's several schools in the area that are the mascots are the eagles, but they just haven't been getting the pull. I don't know if it's the price range. I think I put them at 18, so maybe I'll try them at 16 instead. But I think I can throw an eagle or two in the display and see how he does. So maybe just having one or two, people are like, oh, there's limited quantity. So maybe that would help with display. But yeah, these little owls, not owls, these little eagles, I'll put one or two, but I'm not gonna make any more since it's been a couple markets and nobody seems to be interested in them. So this is the part of the video that's really fun because now I'm just going to share all the patterns that I want to make, that I've purchased and haven't tried yet, or just like some ideas of animals that I definitely feel like need to be part of this forest friend section. I live in the Pacific Northwest. I feel like this should be the most beefed up version of all the habitats on my table because it just relates to our neck of the woods. So, so I definitely feel like I want an owl in my setup because I don't feel like I see that many owls at markets. And we have a little owl that sometimes hoots at night, and my husband started calling him Doctor Who. He's somewhere in these woods and he just hoots up a storm at night. So I think it'd be really fun to have kind of like an owl that we can secretly name Doctor Who, just being at the top of the crates. If you think about those boxes, you could put him at the top and he can be like doing a survey of all the surroundings. But these are some of the patterns that I'm interested in. I already have the Cozy Stitch, this pattern right here, the little owl. I've not tested it yet, but I do think he's a very cute owl. The way I pick patterns is, do I like to make it? Does it take a crazy amount of time, or does it take a reasonable amount of time to make for a market? And yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of a pattern hoarder. I like buy all these patterns and then when do I have time in the day to make them all? So this is a great way for me to force myself to test things out. I'm trying to tone back my pattern addiction and really be more mindful when I choose patterns from now on. So hopefully kind of talking this through with you guys is gonna make that possible. There's also a free pattern on Instagram that I thought was really cute of an owl that I want to try. It's by 2 creators. The first creator is called Crochet, I believe, and the other one is called Edgar the Octopus. So they created a pattern together called Ooh La La Owl. So I'll link all the patterns down below, even the ones that I haven't purchased and that I want to try, so that you guys can go and check them out yourself. But I just thought this one was a really sweet looking pattern as well. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see if I make one of each and then test them out at markets, but I'll always let you know. So this next pattern I've made before and I've sold as custom orders, and it's Pepper the Skunk by Stacy Makes, or Apple Tree Boutique on Etsy. It's super cute skunk, and I always think of, like, you know, Bambi, the character Flower, the little skunk. That's what I think. I really like how the skunk was created, and I want to make at least 3 of him for the next market. So I just think he's so cute. Another animal that I feel like you don't see a ton of at markets. I mean, you see 1,000 axolotls, but how many skunks have you seen? So I think that would be really cute, just kind of in my little display hidden around. I have the idea of maybe having a sign, and like, because I want to make it more interactive for kids. As an elementary teacher, like, I'm always thinking, like, how can the kids that want to come to the booth interact? And it'd be so fun to have like a display that says, like, can you spot all these animals, and just have them all listed. So Pepper the Skunk is definitely going to be on my next market. So though I've done a custom order for Pepper, I've not brought Pepper to market. So we'll see how that one goes. I'm thinking for Pepper around $18 to $20, but I'm gonna recreate the pattern and see how long it takes me, and we'll see if that's the same price range that I'm gonna wanna do. So when I think of honeybees, I think of bears and like a magical forest, right? So I have not really found a good bear pattern I like, which is funny because when I think stuffed plush, I think teddy bear, but I don't know, I haven't found that many teddy bears. So I did some research and I found 2 that are very cute little teddy bears. The first one is the Christmas Bear by the Crochet Code AU. I think this looks like a very standard cute teddy bear that might be a really cute addition to my booth. And there's also another one called the Wee Bear by Two Little Lion Studio. So between these 2 bears, these are more of a traditional bear look. I'm not counting snugglers in any of these videos because snugglers need to be displayed differently. I'm thinking like maybe I need to have like a hook and hanging set up. So I'm taking this away from these habitat collections. So I love making the snugglers, and I'll probably have another video about snugglers in the future. But honestly, I might skip both of these bears if I want to continue on with the Fable collection by Oak and Marlow, the same one as the fox, because her collection has a mouse and a rabbit and a cat and a bear. So I feel like that might be really cute to just have these little leggy, cute plushies as like little means all over the table. So we will see what I end up doing, but I really do like making the Fable collection already, so that might just be what I end up going with. You let me know, which bears do you like best? Like a traditional plushie bear, or like more of a, I don't know, like a whimsical, tall, like bear with like accessories and clothing. Another collection of plushies that I think would be really cute to add on to more of like the $10, $12 range would be the Forest Pipsqueaks by Enty Made. They're kind of like tiny pocket-sized plushies of the different creatures that are in the forest. So it's perfect for this collection. So you can see here it has like a raccoon and a fox and just a really cute little selection. And I think that'd be really fun to make. Plus, if you put them in like a little bin, they'd fit really nicely. She also has these like flower pipsqueaks. I think she calls them bloom pipsqueaks. And wouldn't that be sweet if the setup is kind of like these little bloom pipsqueaks are kind of just bringing color to the display itself? If you can't tell, I'm really thinking it's going to be more of a curated display instead of like 10 jumping spiders and like 10 bees all in a bin. I think I just want to try something different so I can stand out. So it looks like I have a lot of crocheting to do. So it looks like I have a lot of crocheting that I need to get done. Tell me which ones your favorite patterns were that I already have, or patterns that you really think that I should purchase and try out and let you guys know how it went. I'm gonna test all of these things at markets, and yeah, I hope you're looking forward to the next episode. The other categories that I have coming are like a mystical fantasy creatures habitat, an aquatic or underwater habitat. Let me think. What are the other ones? A farm, because we love our farm animals. Like how many, Mabel chickens can you make? I can make quite a few. And then a pets category with all those loaf cats and dogs and mini turtles. And there's just so much that I think that I want to create. So hopefully you like the series. Please subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss out on the next episode. And Ginger says hi. She's been begging me to pet her ever since I turned on the camera. So you say hi? I know. So we hope that you like this video and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you. Bye. Thank you, good girl. Okay, I know Mama's done. Mama's done.